Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please subscribe. I really appreciate that very much. And if you are a Malaysian, you really have to subscribe because you can always leave your comment here to get advice on purchasing a used car or a new car. And I can tell you the best price range possible and what models to get. Today I'm going to talk about all the good and bad things about this Toyota Wish. But let's start with the negative things first. To me, the biggest letdown in this car is the interior design of the dashboard and the center console. I have never been a fan of this kind of design, especially without the center console. It just looks weird to have that big gap in the middle, and it looks cheap. It looks like there's not enough budget to complete the car. So if this bothers you a lot, then maybe this car is not the right choice for you. The next negative thing is that there are no rear aircon vents in this car, and it is an MPV. It's long. There are 3 rows of seat to accommodate 7 people. So whoever sits in the last row is going to feel the heat because you can hardly get any wind from the aircon at all. So this is really difficult or challenging for the people who sit at the back. To compensate that, most of the windows are tinted really dark to block the sunlight. It does help to keep the car cool down a little bit, but the problem is that if you sit in the middle row or the last row, you can hardly see what's outside. And my children normally complain about sitting in the car and they feel like it's nighttime all the time. The next thing are the 15-inch rims, which I think a little too small for a car this size. It would have been better if they came with 17 inches. The next thing is a very minor complaint which doesn't really matter at all. I prefer a handbrake where I can pull using my hand instead of my foot pressing it down. I just can't get used to that. Now let's move on to all the positive things of this car. Number 1 is the styling. The exterior design is just beautiful. It looks gorgeous from the front all the way to the back. It's low, it's aerodynamic, which makes handling very good. It's very comfortable hauling people around the city because it's an MPV, but at the same time, it's very quick and responsive. It does not have as much body roll compared to an SUV, so that makes this car very unique and fun to drive around. When it comes to handling, as I mentioned earlier, it's really a great car. Cornering is great. The steering wheel is very precise, and it's a very comfortable car. It is a great people hauler. Whoever sits in the car, they will just fall asleep easily because it goes through the bumps and potholes very smoothly, and you can hardly hear any noise at all. I also like the instant power in this car. It's zippy, it's quick, it's very responsive. Whenever I want to accelerate, I just put my foot on the pedal a little bit and it goes very fast. So I appreciate that a lot. With the CVT transmission, it does not only make driving in the city convenient, but also achieves the best fuel economy. It averages about 12 to 13 kilometers per liter, which is phenomenal for a car this size. So that concludes my experience with the car. If you have this particular model as well, please share your story of the car with me. And if you have any question, please leave your comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching.